Good morning, everyone, or at least it's morning here for me. And it is April 21st. And if you would ever want to just join the Sunday ceremony and get in our 15 minutes of chatting with each other and sharing very personal things, it's just for our space. We're not sending it out into the world except the energy does. Please join us. We'd love to have you here. So let us do, and we're going to go through the first part fairly quickly because y'all are learning it. Y'all, if y'all didn't know, I'm from the South. Y'all are learning this. And first, the three ways that you can establish protection, and I suggest you do it every day. And when you find yourself that you're wondering or in doubt or in fear, do it again. So first, heart source. I am the sword. Violet flame activate around the seventh layer of my aura. And those of you who are listening to this and you go, what's the heart source? What do you mean I am the sword? Violet flame, it doesn't matter if you don't know what it is now. Look back at some of the other videos of healing of us starting in these Sunday ceremonies and you'll be taken through it step by step. Now, command, chakras. Spin as fast as you can to release congestion from my chakras. In the words I'm getting from my healing guides, major and minor chakras. So I want you to take some deep breaths. Know you're bringing in energy from above and below. It's merging in your heart. As you exhale, you intentionally send it out throughout your energy field. And your healing team is monitoring what as fast as is safe for me is for you. Stay in your heart source. If you don't know what that is, stay in your heart chakra. Keep breathing, bringing it in. And one thing to know is as you are releasing congestion from your chakras, that there is a mechanism within your aura that as you are intentionally releasing congestion, it doesn't just get stuck and it doesn't just go out unchanged into the world. There is a level of purification that occurs that raises the vibration, especially when you are the sword of Michael the Archangel. And when it comes to the violet flame, it is transmuted. It's a powerful means of healing. Good. Oh, and Hilarion just told me of something he's going to do a little bit different for us for healing. But first, let us form our healing lecture room. And for those of you who may not know this, I have adapted a process, a tempo from the Melchizedek method and used it for our healing lecture room. And there is a floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us. There are pillars of light in each corner. And surrounding this wonderful healing lecture room are angels from, I'm getting these are all from Archangel Michael's band, that they are there with us. The pillars of light in each corner, it depends upon the person that is interacting with this energy, but they have specific energies within them for you. Some of it is a change of colors. Some of it occurs what we call sacred geometry. Metatron calls geometry. Metatron's cube is in there, which is sacred geometry, which holds everything. For some of you who know of the sword that is the symbol for spiritual love fair, that is in one of the pillars for some of you. I'm having stuff happening in my heart and in my solar plexus right now. Some of you may be experiencing it in different places. And there is a central pillar, a pillar that we can connect with from our heart to the pillar, and it connects us with all of the beings in the central pillar. And some of them are parading in, others have been there waiting for us. There will be members that are specifically related to you because they're ones that you work with. The ones I'm going to give you are especially the ones that I work with, and that is Yeshua and Buddha and Mother Mary and Mary of Magdala. Hilarion, who is the Chohan of the Ray of Healing. Yeshua, again, who is in his role as Sananda, is the Chohan of the Resurrection Ray. Others that are coming in, there are some coming in of different countries that I am not aware of, several African countries, several Central American and South American countries, some Aboriginal shamans. I'm seeing from New Zealand, from Australia, ancient masters from the Middle East and from the Eastern world. I'm seeing more than I usually see, and Ezekiel is coming in. Abraham, Jeremiah, and old Jonah, who did everything he could to keep from doing what God asked, finally was forced to preserve his life by agreeing, okay, God, I will do it. And interestingly enough, for those of you who don't know the story of Jonah, you may hear of it as Jonah and the whale. It's in the Hebrew scriptures. And Jonah was asked by God to go and preach to the people of Nineveh so that they would change their ways into coming into the light. And Jonah did not want to do it because he didn't believe that they should have this opportunity of transmuting within them, so that in a sense some people would say that he didn't think they deserved the opportunity to be saved from God's wrath, and he refused to do that. There was a huge storm, and all the people that were on the ship with him figured out that the storm was due to somebody. They figured out it was Jonah. They threw him overboard. Supposedly a whale swallowed him and regurgitated him at Nineveh. And Jonah finally did what God asked him to do, which was to give a word from the Lord, which, if you want to use someplace, that's called being a prophet, and other places it's called being a channel. And the people came to God and accepted what that was. I'm getting he's a real example for us today of someone who resists doing what they have felt inside of them to do. So he's here today. And the souls of the people of Nineveh have joined us. Who would have known that following God's word within the deepness of yourself would result in something so major? And now, connect from your heart to the heart in the central pillar, and this also connects us with each other. And Hilarion and Yeshua are stepping up. Here's Kuan Yin. They are stepping out. So we have 3 different traditions. And for those who aren't aware, Hilarion in this and that incarnation as Hilarion is an ancient Greek healer. And it is said that in another incarnation, he was the Apostle Paul. And Kuan Yin, of course, is from the think both the Buddhists and the Hindu claim her in a way, the goddess of compassion. And Yeshua is Jesus. And I get that what his real purpose was to show us how to live your truth. And now for our healing ceremony. And these Hilarion and Yeshua and Kuan Yin are going to give us a process that we can use for ourselves and those that we are praying for, sending light, sending love to. That is simple. And the word simple but not easy, because it requires us staying in our heart, no matter who those people are. And what Hilarion is telling me is we are going to learn a process that we use with people we may not like or agree with, where we're like Jonah. I'm not going to send light to that person. They don't deserve it. I'm not going to give the words of love to that person. They don't deserve it. Well, I don't know about you, but whatever the metaphorical whale is, I think I don't want to get swallowed by it and then just spit up on some other coast. So part of it is us making that choice from our heart to become willing. And first, invite the green ray of healing to be with you. And Hilarion is assisting with that. See, feel, experience, know that the green ray is surrounding you. And the green ray is surrounding you first and foremost as the energy of a healer or a healing facilitator. We can't make anyone do anything, but we can facilitate the energy. I'm getting everybody is still in their heart source. If you find yourself as you're doing this process and not being in your heart source, simply say heart source and notice how this green ray of healing is coming through your entire energy field. It is infusing the heart source. It is infusing the energy of Michael's sword, and it is infusing the energy of the violet flame with this green energy. Simply say yes. Notice what is happening with you. Notice we're doing this with you first. And we begin with healing for you. What is it within you? Where is it that you need the most, that's most in your mind, most in your heart, of healing and balancing for you? And connecting with your healing team. Ask for the exact vibration of love needed to balance and transmute this energy to yes, spirit, God, whatever name you wish to use, Amma, Abba. I trust in you. I accept the exact vibration of love needed to release this from me. Words that are coming to me of unforgiveness of yourself or others, disbelief that this healing process we're going to do will do anything, or maybe I'm not good enough kind of thing. They say, release that. The word I'm receiving from Yeshua is all humans believe that they are unworthy because they have this nearsightedness of seeing their faults and failings. Ask to be connected to the energy of your successes, your love for others, the times when you gave of yourself to others, including those times you put yourself at risk emotionally or spiritually or financially, or even your life in other lifetimes. Ask for that energy to be amplified within you. I calls it love incarnate. Catherine of Siena says, being another, where God says, you are another me. Ask for the transmutation of energy within you, patterns of behavior, plugins, whatever it is that keeps me from being and believing I am love incarnate. I am an aspect of God. I am another God. Release from me anything which prevents me from seeing that in myself. Now, if you don't know this is happening, your energy is expanding tremendously. As much as possible, any thoughts that, extraneous thoughts that may come into your mind, just let them go. And you can go back to the mantra, I am love incarnate. I am another aspect of God. That's what power and presence of God is. Be with that as long as you can. Now, with all that love coming into you, do you now feel confident? And hopefully you do. To be able to send love out to those that you know need love. So you're going to do this in two different ways. You're going to bring in two different people. But what Yeshua wants you to learn to do is bring to mind people you know, and it could be someone you don't know personally, but you know of them and you harbor negativity towards them. Bring in people that you have real difficulty with. It could be in your family. It could be the neighbor down the street. It could be a political figure. Now ask for yourself, send me the vibration of love needed to be able to send the highest vibration of love possible to this person or persons for their healing. See that person or persons standing before you. And from your heart source, ask to be able to see their light. And as you see their light and recognize their light, your light responds to them and you both can expand. And now from your heart to their heart, from your soul to their soul, tell them, I recognize you as another aspect of God, as love incarnate. I recognize you coming from the same energy I came from. And I offer you the purity of love from, and use whatever name you use for God. And I offer this for you for your greatest desire on a soul level. Some people may think their greatest desire is for power or a relationship or something, when really their greatest desire is to know that they are loved. Notice how your energy changes according to your request. If you feel yourself wavering, your feelings come and interfere with things, whatever those feelings may be. Just send a quick prayer to your healing team, to Spirit. Please dissolve that for me. Please allow me to see them as you see them, the beauty and light of them. And of course, when you're doing this yourself, you can do this as long as you can. But what I'm seeing as an ending for this is to gather within you the love in some symbol and lay it symbolically at the feet of those that you are sending energy to. And say, in some way, it doesn't have to be these exact words. Amma, Abba, use the name you use, Yeshua. I offer you your love, which you have given me, for this person, these people, and give them, name them in whatever way. And I trust in you. to give them exactly what they need and give me exactly what I need to have you love them through me. And Yeshua is telling me that this process is how you can learn and be in a place of loving the unlovable. And as you learn to do this, you become more aware of who you are as love incarnate. You become more aware of who you are. It's when God told Catherine of Siena, you are another me. So I'm going to give you a few seconds just to bring this process to an end for you. And so it is. Okay, now get ready for the lecture room. And I'm being told that my healing guides, they want me to separate this process that we just did is going to be a separate video. It'll be within everything, but it'll be a separate one also. And it is Amma that's going to be coming in. If you could assist me by connecting from your heart to my heart. And the next one you hear will be Amma, the Divine Mother, your mother, my mother. What an experience that, was it not? To be able to learn how to use, if you want to use that word, to use me, Abba, whoever it is you are spiritually connected to assist you in loving those you have difficulty in loving. It is the biggest, shall we call it, issue or difficulty or conundrum for people who wish to be deeply the power and presence of God, who wish to live their truth of knowing that their role here on this planet is to love, to accept, to be. We have spoken before about even the littlest thing you do of love, of kindness, opening a door for someone, holding a door open, picking up a piece of trash that somebody else threw on the ground, biting your tongue. This one calls it the bloody tongue. Biting your tongue to keep words from slipping out of your mouth that would be destructive. There is something in your Hebrew scriptures. Do not break the bruised reed. Do not put out the smoldering flame. Those words, in a way, are about the small things that you can do or not do to assist people in their growth. You have seen it often in your social media of where it says you have no idea what is going on inside of another. You don't know their pains. You don't know their brokenness. You don't know their struggles to love others or to love themselves. Yes, some people say, but I tell the truth. I tell the truth about what someone is or what they do. Let's talk about that truth about someone. You tell what you perceive is happening in relationship with you. You have every right and obligation to set boundaries between you and others. Yes, you have every right, and including an obligation to not take on the toxicity of other people. You do not have a right in love to break anyone. Yes, it may be part of your life path to discover how to handle these situations. When someone harms you desperately in a way where you are broken or almost broken, usually what people want is what they call justice. What they want and what they term justice is for the other person to experience the same pain that they gave to you. If Abba and I did that, there would not be anybody from humanity left. Do you realize that? That is part of what the story about Noah, and there really was a big flood that covered much of the earth. It did not kill everyone. And it was not an act of God to purify the earth. It happened in their climate changes, you could say. Every person, human being upon this planet has hurt someone. Some, many someones. Some with great power have hurt millions of people, which then hurt millions of others who came after them. You are seeing the results of that now in the Middle East. You are seeing what happens in the southern United States between liberals and conservatives, progressives and the conservatives, of what happens when you hold on to pain and suffering and the need for justice, which actually, in the way that is spoken, is retribution. You are called as love incarnate to be more than that. You are called as love incarnate to have compassion, to have kindness, to have mercy. When you do not know what is happening within another person, and nobody truly knows, you are called to respond to them with love and care. Yes, you may set strong boundaries. You may say, you will not live in my house if this is how you wish to speak to me. It is not in your plan, at least most of your plans, it is not within your plan to die for another, to put up with another bringing you down with great toxicity. It is in your plan to learn about love and to learn what it is like to stand in who you are as love incarnate, to ask for assistance from your spiritual team, and to ask for assistance in loving them and to know for them what love is. You have heard the expression of tough love. It is not tough love when what you really want is vengeance. It is not tough love when you want them to suffer. It is tough love when you set the needed boundaries in a place from your heart and you are willing to stand with them, letting go of your emotions, your pain, your desire for retribution or what you call justice, and calling upon us, Amma, Abba, the Creator, all that is, to love them through you so that you can learn to love. Mercy. Mercy is recognizing the deep pain in another and sending them love. You just had that experience in your healing ceremony. You are human beings who came here to discover more about love. And it is time for each one of you, because each one of you are amazing spiritual beings who have been living and growing and expanding in what love is. Not everyone will accept your love. You don't accept everyone's love. You don't even accept all of the love that Abba and I send you, that the Creator sends you. You often do not have mercy for yourself. We have mercy for you. I say these things, and you may wonder, am I doing badly? No, you are not doing badly. You are doing exactly what you are here to do. I come to you now and say, yes, be in love and learn to send love to those that you find difficult to love, that you find difficult to accept, that you find difficult to forgive. When you cannot do it yourself, trust us to assist you. Stand there asking to receive the love that you need and send that with your intention. And please send your love through me as the vehicle to love so and so and so and so and so, as I cannot do it without you. And as you do this with full openness from your heart, from your soul self, from your connection to spirit, you will receive healing also. You will be able to do this more and more. And as you do this, you will discover gradually or with a great, amazing big bang of love that what is preventing you from being the love you are is dissolved. And you find that, yes, maybe you don't want to be with that person and their toxicity. However, you can now send them love because you want the best for them. You want them to be able to experience the love of the Creator in the way you have begun to experience it. And in fact, you want them to experience the love of the Creator even more than you have experienced it. And you want to be able to experience it in the way that you are asking to be made possible for them. Loving is personal. It is you being able to love yourself and being able to send love to others. It is you being willing to transmute within yourself that which you are not happy with. And you can do it because you just did. In the prayer experience you had, you just did it. You have that capacity. You do not need for them. And the more you do this, the more you will learn. The more you give love, the more you ask us to love through you, the more you discover that justice is not what you thought it was. It is not retribution. It is not vengeance. Justice is mercy, compassion, and love. Justice is not about someone being punished. Justice is about someone coming to know who they truly are. I ask you to think about this week. I ask you to continue doing the exercise we just did, the healing exercise we just did, even if only for 5 minutes, to stand there with all of the spiritual tools that you have, your heart source being the sword of Michael, the violet flame, and bringing in the love which will transmute you, and bringing in even more, and then sending it to the one or ones that you have the most difficulty in loving, the ones you desire that they come to know the pain that you experienced through them. They are the ones to have mercy for, and they will help you to have mercy for yourself as the only thing that you are, my beloveds, is love. You are learning more how to be that love. My blessings to you, my love to you, which surrounds you always. Be at peace. Be ministers of love. And bring the mercy of compassion to this planet. I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and I am your mother. And this is Kathy. I don't know about you, but all I have to say is wow. Anybody have any sharing that they would like to have?
Triple wow.
Triple wow.
Yeah, that was a
Wow.
all capitals wow.
I
Wow.
just wish we had more time with Amma on these Sunday gatherings.
Yeah.
I think we need to absorb that all in and make it just part of who we are.
If you go through and re-listen to what she does, and then
I do all the time.
Right.
and then just ask what it is. What is it that is this saying to you, and this, how is it meant for you particularly rather than the group as a whole? What especially for me? It's fascinating, isn't it?
I am also aware, though, of how much I feel I receive from all the group as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a cool group, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love to get in. Sometimes when y'all don't even notice that I'm here. I know when some people do, but some people don't notice I'm here. And to listen you talk about. Some of it is your struggles, some of it is what you're coming to know, some of it's what you're coming to do and how it's affecting you. And you can see what is happening more and more. And I'm just delighted to bring this group together to see how we together work. I've told people when you have other people in many different Zoom conferences, they just let you in at certain times. I just leave it open for y'all because I learned so much from listening to you. And I think we've formed a really good community from that.
Wow.
I'm going to say goodbye to everyone, sending everyone love and compassion.
Thank you, Cleo. Thank
Oh,
all of you for being here. And I am going to divide this up. You'll find it on YouTube. I'm going to separate the healing thing because I think that's just a wonderful process.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Beautiful.
Much love to each
Beautiful.
one of you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
you. Everyone.
Thank you all. Love you all. Bye, Cleo.